Okay, this is genuinely how it's going right now. Welcome back, everybody. Happy New Year, happy 2021. I have filmed this video a bajillion times, and this time it's gonna work. You can already tell today's video is going to be about how to read more in 2021 / in life in general. These are tips that I use in my everyday life to help me read more. They are actually things that I do. I tried not to watch other people's videos about how to read more because I wanted these to be my own, like, genuine tips. So that being said, here's how to read more. So the first tip I have is to listen to audiobooks. I used to be really snobby about this and audiobooks aren't real reading. And I only got into this last year, I would say. But audiobooks are so good because you can listen to them while you're doing other things. You might be wondering, Alessia, how do you have time to find audiobooks? How do you have the money to find audiobooks? My friends, I don't have either of those things. Well, I have the time, but I do not have the money. So what I did was I downloaded this app called Libby, and it looks like this. So essentially what you do, or what it is it's a library database, and you can put in your library card, or if you don't have a library card, you can easily get one through the app. Just put in your phone number and it'll give you a library card for this, so that you can sign out books and audiobooks from your phone for free. So currently I'm audiobooking Why We Sleep. I'm on chapter 15. But yeah, in the morning, I just like to listen to an audiobook, or even sometimes just when I'm doing other mindless tasks, because I'm still reading and making time for that while multitasking and being productive. Another quick reason why audiobooks are really great is that if you have the physical book, so I have, where did I put it? I have The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, which I'm gonna read eventually, but you can also find the matching audiobook. And if you are a person who your mind wanders, you can play the audiobook while you listen to the physical book, if that's something that helps you. My brain goes everywhere when I read, so maybe someone reading to you is a little bit better, a little bit more efficient. Okay, so the next section of this vlog is probably one of the tips that I use the most. I use all of the tips pretty equally, but this one is the most helpful in my opinion because I do a lot of reading. So I'm just gonna cut to it and tell you what it is. It is sticky notes. All the sticky notes. And basically, we're not annotating here. We are just sectioning off the books into different parts. So I'll flip through the book, and if the book already has sections in it, so this one has part 2, or sometimes a lot of the time I go every 50 pages, just breaking the book down and sectioning it off so it's less intimidating and it's in smaller chunks for you to read. Because I know when you look at something like this at first glance, you're like, how am I gonna get through this without dying? That's a little dramatic, but how am I gonna get through this book? Literally just sectioning it off, and sticky notes are my BFF for that. I'm a really visual person, so I like seeing, I've read this much of the book and then this much is how I'm gonna read next. Do you know what I mean? Another really good way to do this is to use Goodreads. Goodreads, if you don't know, is an app where you can track what you're reading right now, and you can update your progress, and there will be a little bar of how far you've made it in the book. And then once you finish the book, you can rate the book out of 5 stars, and it'll save to the books that you've read this year, and then it'll add to your 2021 reading goal. And then at the end of the year, you get a big summary. Being said though, I do want to kind of get into some general quick tips for reading, because I just said, you can finish all the books. And what I'm about to say is going to entirely contradict that. Don't feel pressured to finish every single book you read. It's like when you watch a movie. If you don't like the movie, you're not going to finish the movie, right? If you don't like the show, you're not going to finish watching the show. So why are you going to finish the book if you don't like it? My second tip that goes along with this is to read books that appeal to you. This can be literally anything. Whatever you want to read, you can read. Do not force yourself to read things that make you a scholar. You don't have to sit around and read Socrates and Plato all the time. Like, sometimes I just feel like reading has become this like really praised thing where only if you read like Socrates and Plato and classics like Dickens, then that makes you a good reader or a better reader. No, it doesn't. As long as you're reading what you like to read and you're reading, I really don't think it matters. It doesn't matter how long the book is, how short the book is, what you're reading, as long as it's something you like and you're interested in and you're gonna finish. Or even if you don't finish it, there are so many books out there for you to read. I really hope that made sense. Okay, this next tip is kind of random, and I'm holding a pen now because for some reason holding a pen when I read helps me concentrate more. And I don't know why, but maybe it's just because sometimes I'll like click it, like I don't know. It's just like maybe it's something to fidget with. I also think holding a pen is good because if I'm reading a mystery novel, I'm that person that will like circle names and like make little notes in the margins about like who I think did it, and I try to solve the mystery. I don't know, I think having a pen handy is really nice because I always make some kind of mark in my book. You don't have to do that at all if you're not that person, but like for some reason holding a pen helps me concentrate, and it's there if I want to like underline something, you know? Okay, so my last tip for these like general quick tips I'm giving you is to read with a friend, and this is where I'm going to share with you my January TBR / books that I've already read, because I feel like it's a good idea to share with you what I'm reading so that we can read together. We can be friends. I also post what I'm reading a lot on Goodreads and Instagram. I'll leave both my like Goodreads and Instagram down below if you want to follow me. But read with a friend because then you can talk about the book. Somebody motivating you and you don't feel like you're by yourself. So I'm gonna share with you what I'm reading right now / things that I just finished. In case you're interested and you want to read them with me. This book is for school. I'm reading The Edible Woman by Margaret Atwood. These next two are for myself. I'm reading Anxious People by Frederick Bachman. I am also reading this. This is taking me a long time to get through. But yeah, I'm currently reading Ready Player 2. This might be a do not finish book for me because I don't care for it at the moment, and I'm not gonna say anything more than that. I also just finished the book called Why We Sleep today. I finished it this morning actually. That was an audiobook. Okay, so now that you know what I'm reading at the moment, this leads into my next tip, which is to read more than one book at a time. Wow. I know for a lot of people that's really challenging because they can't keep up with multiple plots at the same time. I think it just gives you more options. That way you always have something to read, you always have something to pick through. At the same time as I was reading, the 4 of these, I was audiobooking Why We Sleep. So at the same time, I also had a nonfiction audiobook I could listen to. I don't know if I said, but I don't think I said this, but my 2021 reading goal is to read 40 books. So hopefully I get there. If I surpass it, great. If I don't meet that, great. Okay, my last tips / section of this video is like mindfulness and replacing time in your day where you do meaningless activities, basically going on your phone, with reading. So for me, I know I used to read a lot. Nope. I used to go on my phone a lot before bed, and that's not a good activity because it makes my eyes hurt and then I have issues falling asleep. So what I do is I read in bed, like before I go to bed. I guess the pros of reading before bed are that it's like a mindless activity, helps you wind down, it's something more productive, because what else are you doing before bed? You're going on your phone. If you say you don't go on your phone, you're a liar. Unless you like actually read before bed. But most people literally just go on their phones. So read before bed. Okay, end of the video. Basically, what do I want to say? Read when you feel like reading. Don't force yourself to, and any progress you make is good progress. If you're not reading anything right now, and you managed to read 3 books this year, that's way more progress than you would have made if you didn't, even if you read 1 book this year. I guess I'm just trying to say that any progress is still progress. So don't be hard on yourself and say, I didn't read 100 books. Again, read what you want to read what you like to read. If you don't like it, don't finish it. That's basically the end of the video. I wish you the best on your reading journey and this school term, because we're still in a lockdown and you're gonna make it through. We're gonna be great together. And that's basically it. Thanks for watching. If you liked, subscribe, but also like, and leave me a comment below telling me what book you're reading at the moment, or if you're reading more than 1 book. Let me know what you're reading at the moment. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next time I decide to film one of these. Nope, I stopped using that as my outro. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.